بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على مبعوث رحمة للعالمين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. You have to be dutiful, not due with a D. You have to be dutiful to your parents, and you also have to be respectful, diplomatic and obedient. If you see something that is wrong, you have to try to advise them with diplomacy, with politeness, with kindness, with a lot of compassion. Unlike a lot of the youths nowadays, when they advise their parents, they talk from their ivory tower, expressing to their parents indirectly that you are ignorant, you don't know the religion, I'm more knowledgeable than you. No one will accept this from you. Show your humbleness to your parents, your humility. Show your compassion and love to them, and advise them. They don't comply, they don't listen, you've done your due diligence. That's enough. Make dua to them a lot in the last third of the night and while prostrating, that Allah guides their hearts. If they abuse you, accept that and embrace it, because the Prophet ﷺ was abused by all of his people, so you are not better than him. But don't shove it down their throats. Try to advise. If don't accept, refrain.
Second question says, how are the people of the Amazon, in bracket people with no civilization, how will they be judged? People with no civilization.
I've never been to the Amazon, so I think maybe we should make a tour down there and make peace and unity conference. I have no idea. See, the people, Allah Azza wa Jal told us in the Quran, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. We will not torment a nation until we send them a prophet, a messenger. So, this torment either is meant by it that Allah will not send a thunderbolt or make the earth swallow them, like the people of Ad, Nuh, Lut, etc. Or it is meant that on the day of judgment they will not be thrown into hell without being shown previously the right way of worshipping Allah. And this is whom they call Ahlul Fatra, the people of the period where there were no messengers. And there are authentic hadiths that those living, whether in the Amazon or in Alaska or in the jungles or in Siberia, where there is no media, there are no Muslims, they can't know anything about the religion. There are hadiths that Allah Azza wa Jal, on the day of judgment, they will object. Oh Allah, I didn't know that Islam was this and that. Oh Allah, I did not meet your messenger. I was either deaf, I was not able to understand. So those who did not receive the message, Allah Azza wa Jal would ask a neck, N-E-C-K, a neck from hellfire to come out with an open mouth, and Allah will tell them, enter it. Those who are believers, because they've seen heaven and hell, they will say, سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا, and they will enter it, and it will take them directly to paradise. Those who are by nature defiant and not willing to submit their will to Allah, they say, hey, what is this? This is hell. You want me to go to hell with my own feet? No, I'm not going. It will take them to hell because they are disbelievers and Allah knows best.
Why is it that Allah uses in the Quran we when He is the only creator? For example, Surah Al-Waqi'ah.
This is a linguistic way in Arabic, and it's found in other languages, that the pronoun of plural is used to glorify and magnify the person speaking. So if I were, for example, a ruler, a king, a sultan, I would say, we have decreed that so and so will take place. People say, excuse me, who are you? When you say we, said we. Said, yeah, this is French, as in yes, or si, as in Spanish. No, we means I. So say I. But this is found in many languages, and Arabic is one of them, that we use the plural pronoun we to glorify and magnify the speaker.
Is a woman supposed to pray with her socks on always?
This is an issue of dispute. Some schools of thought, like the Hanafi school of thought and others, say that the foot is not awrah of a woman. And the vast majority of scholars say that the foot of a woman in prayer is awrah. So she's only permitted to unveil her face. I've seen people everywhere, not here. I've seen women wearing this that covers only the hair, and you can see their ears and their neck and parts of their chest. What is this? This is hijab. What kind of hijab? This is he without the hijab. What is this? A new religion. Every country I go to, I see a new religion, but it is not related to Islam. You as a sister, you can expose your face, which is the upper thing, not the chin, not the neck, and your palm of the hands. I've seen so many hijabi women, sisters, coming and saying, how are you, Sheikh? And they do this. Ukhti, what is this? This is not awrah. You have to cover your arm, the whole arm, until the wrists. This is what's halal. Anything that's below that is haram. You have to put buttons, you have to put hand cuffs, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. But follow the sunnah. Follow Allah's legislation. This is not my religion. This is the religion from the Quran, from Allah, through the Quran and the sunnah. So, yes, a woman should be covered all the way. Now, she wants to wear socks, good for you. She wants to wear a long dress that when she's standing reaches the ground and nothing of her feet is showing. This is also permissible without any problem.
If Allah is merciful, why do small children fall severely ill and are innocent? Why did He destroy some nations?
When you say if Allah is merciful, you make the hair on my body stand. Are you doubting that? If you are not a Muslim and you're doubting it, well, wait a few years until you die and then you will see. You get the answer. If you're a Muslim, then you should know that everything in this universe belongs to Allah. Correct? Anyone doubts this? We all agree that everything belongs to Allah. If I were to get 1,000 naira, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, and I burn it in front of you, can any one of you object? No, it's my money. So if Allah would throw us all in hell, will you object? Can you object? Would your objection have any value? No. But Allah would not do this. Why? Because you and I believe Allah is fair. Allah is just. Allah is knowledgeable. Allah is wise. Allah is strong. Allah owns everything. You believe in this? Yes, I believe. Then do not doubt Allah's actions, rather doubt your own intellect. When Allah afflicts children, poor, innocent infants, with diseases, with illnesses, and maybe with death, this is His judgment. He has a better and far further wisdom that we cannot see. My child loves me. My child adores me. My child has trust in me. He has stomachache. The doctor says it's the appendix, we have to remove it. So I tell my child, everything is going to be fine. So he believes me. We go to the hospital. He changes his clothes into the surgery clothes. Said, what's happening? Said, everything is going to be fine. And then they come and clean the area with, whatever they use, this iodine or whatever. And then he sees a masked man with a knife coming towards him, and another one wanting to put a mask or something on his face, and he wants to fight. And I say, everything is going to be fine. What will he say? Excuse me, I doubt your judgment. You may have the pleasure in lying on bed and everything is going to be fine. The guy is going to cut me up open. Everything is going to be fine. But actually, everything is going to be fine. The child does not have the intellect to understand where you're coming from or where the surgeon is coming from. Now, Allah has the highest example. When something of such a magnitude happens to a child or to an innocent people, Allah has wisdom behind that. You and I don't know it. They say, what doesn't kill you makes you, MashaAllah, tabarakallah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So maybe this is for the good of the child. He becomes much stronger, immune to illnesses, and maybe not. This was a test for you as a parent. And the child is inevitably in Jannah, inshallah. So there's no worry about him. So always think positively about Allah Azza wa Jal. Why would Allah destroy nations? Why not? He's Allah. If He wants to destroy the whole of this world, no one can ask Him. So again, He destroyed them because Allah gave them warnings, sent messengers to them, showed them the right way, and they refused to comply. Then they should get what they were promised. And Allah knows best.
Am I expected to do kafara, that's 60 fast, if the patient I am operating on dies on the surgery table?
So this is a doctor.
Yes.
I hope he's not the one who was operating on the child a moment ago.
No.
Then the guy would say, no, everything is going to be fine. No, if a doctor exerts his efforts and operates within the policy and procedure, and other doctors say, yes, he's qualified, his diagnosis were correct, and the procedure he followed in the surgery were up to date, and he did not do any mistake, there is no kafara.
Is a middleman in the market. I don't have the product, but I know someone who does. Can I, as a middleman, buy the product and add a little profit to someone who wants to buy?
Now this issue is called either commission or selling what you do not possess. I'm a middleman. Abdullah comes and says, I'd like you to buy me this mobile phone. And I go to Muhammad. Muhammad tells me, I have this mobile phone. It costs X amount of money. I go back to Abdullah and I say, I found your phone, but I will buy it for you, and my commission is XYZ. Are you happy? I'm not selling it to you. I'm buying it for you on your behalf with a well-known commission. He says, yes, go ahead. I buy it and I bring it to him. Then this is halal. Why? I did not sell him anything I do not possess. I am merely an agent taking a fixed percentage. It is 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. He agreed, no problem. What's haram is what is known as drop shipping, and a lot of the Muslims are doing it. So I know that you want to buy a car. I do not possess the car. And I know that this person has that particular car. So you say, Wallahi, I'm interested in that car. And I say, okay, I'll sell it for you for XYZ. Agree? You say, I agree. Give me down payment or give me the full amount. So he gives me the full amount or some of it. I go and purchase the car and I then deliver it to him. This is haram. Hakeem ibn Hizam, may Allah be pleased with him, the nephew of Khadija bint Khuwaylid, may Allah be pleased with her, the first wife of the Prophet ﷺ, said, the Prophet prohibited selling what you do not possess. When you sell something you do not own and possess, there is no risk on you. And there is a possibility that you will fail in delivering the merchandise as promised. So this is not halal. When there is risk, your profit becomes halal. So how to rectify this? You want to buy the car? I know you want to buy the car. I go and buy it from my own money. Now it's in my name. I have the car. I have the keys. And I come to you and say, listen, look at my car. Would you like to buy it? 90% you would say, yes, I'm still interested. And he'll buy it from you. There is a 10% possibility he says, I didn't think the color would be like this green. I don't want it. Oops, what do you mean you don't want it? I'm stuck with the car. I didn't tell you to buy the car. I told you I'm interested in it. So in this case, there is liability on me and I'm stuck with the car. Either I can find someone to buy it with a profit or sell it with the capital or even lose something in it. This is halal trading and Allah knows best.
Final question, Sheikh. Please, can you advise us on celebration of nikah? As celebration of nikah, wedding.
Okay, what do you want me to advise you about?
He said the gathering, the mode of celebration, the over-elaborate spending.
See, this is cultural thing. We cannot come to countries and say, listen, you have to do exactly what I tell you. This is a cultural thing, but we have guidelines in Islam. Guideline number 1, it is the man's responsibility to take charge of all expenses from A till Z. So the man is supposed to pay for the dowry, he's supposed to pay for the house, he's supposed to pay for the furniture, he's supposed to pay for the walima. And this is the feast we acknowledge for the marriage. It's called the walima. Now, to be extravagant is haram. The Prophet ﷺ, when he met Abdul Rahman ibn Auf, one of the 10 heaven-bound, and he found that he looks a little bit neat, he said, "Mah, what is this? You look strange." He said, "Oh, Prophet of Allah," he fixed his tie. He didn't have a tie. So I got married. So the Prophet, mashallah, how much did you pay dowry? He said, a seed of gold. He said, La ilaha illallah, subhanallah, as if you are digging it from a mountain. This much? So the Prophet ﷺ did not like the amount of dowry he gave, because a seed of a date this heavy of gold, that's a lot. So extravagance is not permitted in Islam. Pay something within reason. But if you're rich, you want to give 1 billion naira, no problem. This is your problem. Now, he told him, alayhi salatu wasalam, to slaughter a walima of 1 ram. So you have a lot of guests, you want to slaughter 10 rams, no problem, as long as they will eat it, not throw it. But don't make it an event of showing off. So going to a 5-star hotel and paying an arm and a leg for such a wedding only to get your daughter divorced after a couple of weeks, what a waste of money, a bad investment. Rather, make it private, make it in a small house, and put all this money in the couple's hands to build a house, to buy a property, to do whatever investment they want to do. This is all catered by the groom, the man. Some cultures, the groom, when he makes the wedding party, he invites 10 or 20 only from the bride's family, because he's paying, and I'm announcing it through my friends and my relatives, and I have 150 of them. I can't afford to invite all of your family, then you've got a big tribe. In this case, some cultures, there's no problem for the bride's family to say, listen, we would like to contribute half of the amount so that we can have another 150 guests of our own. So this is permissible and there's no problem in that, inshallah. As for what happens in weddings, nowadays, actually, it's not only weddings. Everything in your life. You have to come out of your life and redecorate it to fit with Islam. Your life is a big picture. Islam is the frame. A real Muslim comes to the frame, which is Islam, puts it in the picture and cuts all loose ends. The frame fits the picture, the frame, Islam, fits your life. Muslims nowadays don't like this. They want something contemporary. So they come and they place the frame on the picture. But the picture has so many hobbies, desires, things that in my life I don't want to cut loose. I don't want to get rid of. So what to do? Okay, let's break the edges of the frame and bring duct tape and maybe some pieces of wood and restructure the frame so that it would fit the picture. And at the end, as an end result, the frame does fit the picture. But this is not Islam. This is a new religion. Follow the Quran, the Sunnah, with the understanding of the companions, of the Sahaba, of the Tabi'een, of the Tabi'een, and you will be with them on the Day of Judgment. Decide to do otherwise, you will be with those whom you've decided. It is unacceptable for a Muslim to come and say, like a Shafi'i, Imam Shafi'i, may Allah have mercy on his soul. He said, the Prophet ﷺ said so and so. He narrated a hadith. A man stood up and said, okay, Imam, what do you say? He was outraged. He said, do you think I'm a priest? Do you see me coming out of a church? I say the Prophet said, ﷺ, and you're asking me, what do you say? A'udhu billah. Therefore, look at your weddings. Whatever is correct and valid in accordance to Quran and Sunnah, go ahead. Don't care about the culture. People have different cultures. But if in your weddings there is mixing, men and women, this is haram, taboo. Because the Prophet ﷺ segregated the community. And in the prayer, it's the biggest example. If your weddings have music, music is haram by the consensus of the four schools of thought. And before of that, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ in Bukhari and Abu Dawood, it is something that you don't have to even mention. Unfortunately, sometimes we do have to mention because some of those who claim to have knowledge may permit it. And I say, okay, you permit it on your own. But I follow the Prophet ﷺ, I'd like to be with him. The only thing you're allowed to have in weddings is what? Duf. So women can sing to women. And women can listen to the duf and they may dance as well. But it has to be segregated. Other than that, the sky is the limit.
Jazakumullahu khairan, Sheikh. Alhamdulillah.
Jazakumullahu khairan.